The last Mercury retrograde of 2023. This one can be more confusing and aggravating for a lot of people. So this starts December 13th and lasts until January 1st. But pay special attention to December 26th through the 28th, 29th, where we're going to have Mercury retrograde, Mars joining in, squaring Neptune in Pisces. With this being the holiday season, watch your electronics, watch your car, when you're out shopping, your house, because things can be more confusing. People can be more on edge, confused, mad. So let's go see what it means for each of your signs. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in the sign of Capricorn, your 10th house of career and public image, before it goes into your 9th house, Sagittarius, of religion, philosophy, the father, school. So definitely keep an eye out on anything that you post, anything that you make public, and just talking to people at work, especially at work or when dealing with school. Anything legal contracts, or maybe papers for you to go abroad, or passports or anything like that. I would try to hold off on that because it will be transiting your 9th house. So, or even making plans for higher education, any forms like that, be extra careful. This one is a little more confusing. I'll show you in a little bit. This is squaring Neptune. Mars is there. So you may have people at work or schools, teachers just give you more problems, more issues. People just might be more upset during this time, Aries. December 26th through the 29th, Mars is at 23 degrees Sagittarius. Mercury retrograde is at 25 degrees Sagittarius. This is squaring Neptune at 25 degrees of Pisces. Neptune is now direct, but this is giving a square. People are just going to be more angry, or maybe you might say something out of anger, or there might be confusion. So people could be lying to you about things. So definitely be careful not to fall for any schemes, because with Neptune traveling your 12th, it might be something you have no idea about. So definitely be more cautious of any communication, Aries. December 29th, Mars is squaring Neptune. So again, your 12th and 9th houses are being squared. So make sure you're not speeding or doing anything like that, because this can get you into a legal bind if you're doing something wrong. Also, there could be confusion with legalities, any legal agreements, legal paperwork, or any work when it comes to schools, professors, any kind of learning environment. So definitely keep an eye out for that. People will be a little bit more on edge during this time, and everything will just be more confusing. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in the sign of Capricorn, your 9th house, and then moves into Sagittarius, which is your 8th house of finances, other people's money, transformation. So definitely be on the lookout for any malfunctions when it comes to computers, phones, the way you drive, taxes, inheritances, any insurance policies you may now be getting. This is the time of year when we are all doing that right now. So be very cautious, because here, December 26th through the 29th, of course, it's the holiday season, but we have Mars at 23 degrees Sagittarius, Mercury retrograde at 25 degrees Sagittarius, squaring Neptune at 25 degrees of Pisces. This is a square between your 11th and 8th house. So groups, friendships, hopes and dreams, also, your social media presence. And the 8th house is the house of transformation. You may be a little more reckless right now, and be very, very cautious while driving, or just even exchanging communications with friends. You may be deceived easier, or you may deceive other people easier. But it's definitely a more confusing time with Mars joining this party. It can be more aggressive. The people around you can be more aggressive. Your friends can be more aggressive, and people could respond to you more aggressively. So it's definitely a good time to lay low. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in the sign of Capricorn, which is your 8th house. So you can have an unexpected bill come up, or something with finances, insurance, taxes, payouts, something like that could come up. An unexpected bill or something to resolve. Also make sure when you are buying insurance policies, reviewing your taxes at the end of the year, that you just cross your T's and I's, because this is a very confusing time. Later, Mercury retrograde goes into your 7th house. You may find yourself revisiting old relationships. Maybe missing some people that you have let go from the past, regretting things, or people from the past may come back into your life, try to come back into your life. So also, this is going to be joined with Mars pretty soon. So there could be a lot of relationship or unresolved relationship issues coming up for you, Gemini. Or maybe even from business partners, from the people you work with, the people around you. They could be more angry, more mad, and just unresolved situations will be coming up. Take extra precautions, especially from December 26th through the 29th. Mars will be at 23 degrees Sagittarius. Mercury retrograde at 25 degrees Sagittarius. This will square Neptune at 25 degrees of Pisces in your 10th house. So 7th and 10th houses are business houses, so watch out for people at work. Contracts. People may be trying to deceive you or just letting things slip and not noticing something. But also the 7th house deals with relationships. So some of you who are partnered, your partner might be a little bit more aggressive, or just things may be said that you will regret or that they will regret. Because whenever Mars and Mercury get together, we can be more aggressive with our words. Or this could be coming from the area of work, your colleagues, the public. So definitely be careful of anything that you post on social media, and be more watchful of relationships and the people that you work around. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde will start off in your 7th house of Capricorn. So your partnerships, your business partnerships, your one-to-one relationships. This can bring on exes coming back, you reminiscing about old flames, and even past heartbreaks, trying to deal with that. You may be going over and over in your head how things went wrong, how they should have been, and definitely some exes could pop back in. So definitely be watchful of any exchanges that you have with other people, with the public, because things could definitely go wrong, not just with our equipment, but with things that are said, and maybe believing somebody when you shouldn't. Definitely, if you have met somebody, make sure you wait a little bit until January 1st, as things might come out that you are not aware of yet. It later will go into your 6th house of work, your finances, your health, your day-to-day activities. So all those things might be more confusing, missing appointments. So make sure you check everything. On December 26th through the 29th, Mars at 23 degrees Sagittarius, Mercury retrograde at 25 degrees Sagittarius are squaring Neptune in Pisces at 25 degrees. So this is your 9th and 6th house. So if you are involved in any legal matters, make sure that you really check everything that you're doing. Also, the 9th house could be education, any educational forms, any forms, legal forms for work. Make sure that you are double checking everything. This could also cause confusion from educators, teachers, or maybe any kind of program that you are into. Also, the 6th house, this can really cause some more aggressive, co-workers around this time. If you guys are working somewhere, be careful of exchanges you make with your co-workers or those that you work around, because when Mars and Mercury get together, we can sometimes say things we regret. And people will be just a little bit on edge around this time, and it's the holidays, so we're dealing with a lot more people. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in your 6th house. Daily habits, work activities, co-workers, so be more cautious of any communication within work. When it comes to your health, your budget, definitely make sure you check all your bills and everything, because some things might be off. With this Mercury retrograde later going into your 5th house of children, creativity, romance. Be careful of romantic partners. Maybe somebody trying to deceive you, lie to you, or maybe things going on with your children. Any creative projects that you have going on, definitely double check everything. This in the 5th house will later be joined with Mars. So children could act up. Your romantic partners could be, more aggressive, or just things may be said that you later regret or that they later regret, because Mercury and Mars can come, with some harsh communication. Definitely be more cautious of that. On December 26th through the 29th, Mars at 23 degrees Sagittarius, Mercury retrograde at 25 degrees of Sagittarius, squaring Neptune in Pisces. So your 8th and 5th house. So definitely an unexpected bill, or something could come up when it comes to insurance, taxes, maybe something dealing with your children, child support payments, something like that could be off. So definitely make sure that you double check everything. Any insurance payments or insurance policies that you are getting now. But also be more cautious. Be more cautious while driving and with all your equipment, because this is a Mars and Neptune square. So there could be a lot more confusion, and people can be more on edge, more dishonest around this time. On December 29th, Mars is squaring Neptune exactly. So definitely be more cautious. Be more cautious while driving with your children or any romantic partners. Maybe somebody trying to deceive you in the area of money, other people's money, contracts or child support, any kind of thing like that. Definitely keep an eye out, because with Neptune direct, there could be some deceiving going on, or something that you are unaware of, especially until the start of January. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde will start in your 5th house of children, creativity, romance. So you may pick up an old project that you used to love to do, and you may want to start that back up again. Also, an ex could come back into your life, or you may be reminiscing about an ex. So definitely someone from your past could come back into your life, or just if you are dating right now, this could leave you feeling a little bit confused about what this relationship is, where it's going, have a lot of questions that are unanswered, and you just don't know where you stand. On December 23rd, this Mercury retrograde will go into your 4th house. So right in time for the holidays, you guys. So just be careful of getting gifts or anything like that. The 4th house also rules your car. So be more cautious of vehicles while driving, definitely. And watch out for families disagreeing with family members, or past disagreements with family members coming to the forefront. This is going to be joined by Mars in a little bit there. So you guys, this holiday season, more and more families could have disagreements. People could be more on edge, and just everything will be more confusing. Definitely be watchful December 26th through the 29th. So your 7th and 4th house will be square, Mars and Mercury. You guys, you can exchange words with family members that you might later regret, they might later regret. They could be more on edge. This could have something to do with your home, your property, your car insurance. 7th house, also your relationships. So some of you might be having issues with the people that you're dating, the people that you are seeing right now, or an ex that could have came back and, from the past. But things could be definitely confusing. I would not make any major decisions when it comes to business, cars, homes, or family matters right now, at least not until January 1st. With shopping and the holiday season, I would also be more cautious of your home, your car, because whenever Mars transits the 4th house, there could be car break-ins, or just, more theft could be happening around. So definitely just be watchful. It can be something as simple as you and your partner maybe not knowing where to spend the holidays at, or just having a difference of opinion. But I would definitely be watchful of people around the holidays. You know, people may be more on edge. Things are more confusing, and maybe there's something that you don't know when it comes to home, family, vehicles, or business and partnerships. So be more watchful. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in your 4th house, the sign of Capricorn. So there could be issues that come up with where to live, your home, vehicles, any leases, lease agreements, things like that. Also, disagreements or things being unclear when it comes to family matters, maybe the holiday season. So definitely be more watchful of home and family, where you live, and your car. On the 23rd, it goes into your 3rd house. So definitely keep an eye on your phone, computers, your relationship with your siblings, your neighbors. There could be more disagreements or words exchanged. Mars will be joining here on the 26th. So I would definitely just keep an eye out that you fill out forms properly. You may be more inclined to miss appointments, miss deadlines. And also, with it being in your 4th house, be careful of your car and just be more watchful while driving. On December 26th through the 29th, Mars and Mercury retrograde are squaring Neptune. So there is a square between your 3rd and 6th house. So this could be literally work, daily habits, things you do on a day-to-day basis, and things might be murky around there. You might not know what is really going on, Libra. Also, the people in your neighborhood, your coworkers, might be more on edge. And it could also have to do with your health, any health appointments. I would definitely postpone any surgeries or anything like that with Mercury transiting there in your 3rd house. In your 6th house with Neptune now going direct, there could be some confusion and delusion going on when it comes to bills, health, the people that you work with, and the people in your neighborhood right now. So just keep an eye out on your documents and your cars, your electrical equipment. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in your 3rd house of initiative, neighbors, siblings, social media, your equipment, you guys. This is big, especially if you're getting any equipment for Christmas, computers, phones. Definitely make sure that everything is working properly, because things can be confusing in that area and you might make mistakes, or computers might give out, phones might give out. Definitely be more cautious while driving and in school. Those of you in school, be more cautious of what you say, not to miss appointments, deadlines. On the 23rd of December, Mercury retrograde goes into your 2nd house of possessions, finances, family. It rules your teeth. So dental appointments, definitely be more cautious when it comes to possessions and the way you speak to your family, the way your family speaks to you. People might be more on edge and words might be exchanged that, people are very unhappy with. So definitely be more cautious of what you say to family members, especially around this being the holidays. We're spending the time with family, and people might be more confused and more on edge this holiday season. On December 26th through the 29th, we have Mars and Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, which is your 2nd house, Scorpio, squaring Neptune in your 5th house of creativity and romance. Neptune is now direct, so there can be issues that pop up when it comes to a creative project, romances, or the people that you're dating. Maybe there is some confusion there, or an ex coming back into your life, or you reminiscing about someone, longing for somebody with Neptune in the 5th house. Issues popping up in the lives of your children, or them needing more attention from you. With this squaring your 2nd house, maybe there is some financial concern, some financial disagreements with partners or those that you are dating, maybe even over children or a creative project. But definitely keep an eye out because you could be deceived maybe from somebody you're dating, or things just kind of come to a halt where you don't know where you stand. So things may be way more confusing when it comes to your finances, your possessions, and romance and love relationships, especially until January 1st. So keep an eye out on that. People might be more on edge this holiday season. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this Mercury retrograde starts out in your second house of self-esteem, possessions, the money you make, family. So there can be some confusion around gifts, family members, you wanting to buy something and not knowing what to buy. It could feel like you cannot find the right things, the right possessions around this time. Or something with your finances, spending money or unexpected bills, unexpected money going out. On the 23rd, this goes into your first house, so you may be wanting to change your image, change your public image, change the way you are seen. But right now you are just confused as of what to do and how to go about it. Your relationships with others might be confusing. There could be an ex that pops into your life. This is opposing your 7th house. So you may definitely be more confused and more energetic because Mars on the 26th of December will join Mercury retrograde in your first house. So you may really want to go out there and, start doing things, but it is wise to wait until January 1st because with Mercury retrograde and Mars joining your first house, just watch what you say, watch what you put out into the world because you might anger people more easily. December 26th through the 29th, Mars at 23 degrees of Sagittarius and Mercury retrograde is at 25 degrees Sagittarius. This is squaring Neptune, which is at 25 degrees of Pisces. Issues could come up with your living situation. Those that you live with, cars or electrical equipment, it is wise to wait until January 1st if you are trying to move, buy a new car, or fix anything around your house. That can wait. Be more watchful what you say to family members. People might just be more on edge. So it's just wise to, not say things you do not want to regret later. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this Mercury retrograde on December 13th starts out in your first house of self. You might be reflecting on where you've been, where you're going, and how to change. So you might be starting to feel like you're ready to come out of your shell and just change your life in a new direction. But now's not the time. Wait till January 1st. I would definitely hold off on any of that. Things may seem more confusing with your partners, especially it's opposing your 7th house. So, or just an ex popping back into your life, or you may be thinking about past relationships right now. On December 23rd, Mercury enters your 12th house. It's going retrograde the whole time. So your 12th house is the house of losses. It's a hidden house. So definitely be more cautious of unexpected bills or keeping your home safe. Also, words that you exchange with people around this time because they might take it the wrong way, and start gossiping about you. With Mercury transiting there and Mars joining, I would definitely be more cautious of what you say to people and how you say it because people can be more on edge this holiday season. From December 26th through the 29th, where Mars joins Mercury retrograde and it is squaring Neptune in your 3rd house. So your neighborhood. This could have something to do with your siblings, your neighbors, the people you work with, school, any projects that you were working on. Definitely be careful of any words that you exchange with neighbors, your coworkers, or those that you are taking classes with or from, because people might take it the wrong way. But also with this happening in your 12th house, I would just be more cautious while out shopping and of your vehicle, of your car. Make sure you're taking precautions because, sometimes this could be, theft or people gossiping about you. And people can definitely be more on edge with Mercury in retrograde and Mars joining there in your 12th house, you could also feel more irritable around this time. The 29th of December, we have this square happening again with your 12th house and your 3rd house. Also, I would be more careful while driving. So from the 26th through December 30th, be more careful while driving and locking up your car when you're going to the store, because, it might be easy to forget things like that. So just keep an eye out on those things around the last week of December. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in your 12th house. So you may be feeling a little bit more like you want to just step away from the holidays, from the social scene, and retreat a little bit more. Be more watchful of any communication of your computers, your phones. On the 23rd, Mercury retrograde goes into your 11th house of groups and friendships. There could be friendships coming from your past, or maybe groups that you haven't spoken to in a while that you'll be engaging in. But definitely be more watchful of your communication with other people, because on the 26th, Mars is joining in, and a lot of people can be more on edge and say things that they may later regret. Same thing with social media posts. So definitely be more careful of that. On December 26th through the 29th, Mars and Mercury retrograde are squaring Neptune. So there's a square happening between your 2nd house of finances, your self-esteem, and your 11th house of groups and friendships. So you may be rethinking your friendships, the groups you belong to, and maybe the money that you spend on entertainment. The money that you spend on any social activities that you attend, are they worth it? Are they not worth it? You may be questioning them right now. There may be also some confusion there, or dishonesty coming from friends, old friendships, or something to do with money, and maybe the social media accounts that you pay for, subscriptions, things like that. So keep an eye on that so that you don't get overcharged. And definitely keep an eye out when it comes to your family and friends, because people will be more on edge this holiday season. It's easier to forget stuff, so be more careful while you're out shopping, while you're out driving, because with Mars and Mercury, sometimes communication could be way off. On December 29th, Mars again is squaring Neptune. So your 11th and 2nd house, so your possessions, your self-worth. So if you are thinking about joining new groups, new friends, new social media accounts, definitely wait until January 1st, because there is things that might be hidden from you and you might not know about. Hidden fees coming from the areas of social media subscriptions, or maybe your friends just being dishonest with you, or maybe you and your friends could exchange words that you might later regret. People can definitely seem more confused and more angry this holiday season. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This Mercury retrograde starts out in your 11th house of groups, friendship, social media. So there could be something confusing with any social media accounts, subscriptions you belong to. You could be feeling more withdrawn. You could be getting back in touch with old friends, old groups that you used to hang with. There could also be problems to resolve in your friendship groups. Deception coming from your friends or any groups you belong to. Watch for that, as things may be confusing in that area. On December 23rd, this Mercury retrograde goes into your 10th house. So this is work, career, your public image. Definitely watch any posts that you post on social media, as people may seem more angry, more confused, or they might not take what you say at face value. Also, your colleagues. You might be confused about work, changing jobs. Anything to do with work and colleagues right now might be confusing. Work offers, anything like that. Things might not be so clear until January 1st. There could be things said that are not true, and especially with colleagues. So definitely be more careful of what you say, and don't take anything anybody says at face value. Definitely look into things further. On December 26th through the 29th, Mars and Mercury retrograde are squaring Neptune, which is in your first house, and it is now direct. So there could definitely be, you could be changing your mind about career, where to go in life. Something with you and coworkers, you and the public. You could definitely be rethinking your career, wanting to start something new, break free. Neptune in your sign is now direct. So this should be a little less confusing. However, with this square, there could be confusion when it comes to work, the public, what job you want to find, what job you want to be a part of. So, and people, the public just might take things that you say the wrong way, or you may see things that they say the wrong way. Right now, people can seem more angry and just confused. So definitely keep an eye on what you say to people. On December 29th, Mars squares Neptune. Again here, and this is your first house and your 10th house. So there could definitely be some friction between you and the place that you work with coworkers. So definitely be more cautious with that, with driving, with your electrical equipment, and with your phones. Other than that, I hope you have a great holiday season, Pisces. Hope you found this helpful. Like and subscribe for more.